Episode 184, AI Playbook launches in Las Vegas.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
This morning, I took to the stage in the Planet Hollywood Hotel in front of 820 public sector communications professionals. It was my biggest audience, and it was an experience that I will never forget. And while Las Vegas is known for its razzmatazz, the lights were firmly on the importance of bridging the digital divide. I presented on how we can do that and exploring social media and AI as tools for public good. First of all, I explored the divide that exists. We're living in a world where communications is fragmented. Audiences are getting their news from large language models like ChatGPT, from social media, younger generations from TikTok. Not very many people are buying newspapers anymore. And so the role of communications professionals is to bridge that digital divide and to really acknowledge that AI and social media are tools for good. Because we must meet citizens where they are at. I shared a case study from the United Kingdom, and actually there's a brilliant academic paper published on the high polarization and the rapid spread of misinformation about new cycling and active travel projects. So they took this issue of cycle lanes, for example, and they surveyed elected reps, so politicians and council officials right across the UK, and they explored how social media could actually turn the tide on misinformation. And the results were clear. By using a fact-checking strategy, live Q&As with subject matter experts, putting humans front and centre and front of screen, and amplifying the voices of residents, and having real-time and transparent updates, they had remarkable success. A 60% engagement rate increase, 3 times fewer shares on false information posts, 100 of supportive comments from members of the community, and 40% of people reported increased trust in their local council. I then went on to go through a 5-step process on how social media should be leveraged for local government communications. For example, lead with value, show humanity in your content, use the 70-20-10 rule for local government comms. 70% of your content is service-orientated, 20% is about community building, and 10% is about injecting your personality. Establishing response protocols, not ignoring the negativity, but leaning into the comments. And of course, having a crisis communication strategy, and ultimately measuring what matters. All of this can be done on the free social media channels, having a really strong, robust, organic social media strategy, but having it powered by AI. I shared that right now in the United States, 51% of US public sector employees are using AI tools daily, both approved and unapproved. Shadow AI is here, and policy to practice will help move shadow AI into the shadows. And then I raised the big story from OpenAI last month. On the 6th of August 2025, OpenAI announced that it was providing ChatGPT to the entire US federal workforce, enterprise-level access, for simply $1. And at that stage, I introduced PaulBot, the AI political communications assistant that I created during my time at Harvard in July. And then I put it to the audience. What AI-powered assistant would you create? Because remember, you have the content, you have the context. AI plus human equals better public service. So bringing AI into comms, I spoke about the 4 key elements: acknowledging the rewards, but mitigating the risks. Developing guardrails, implementing an AI policy for marketing and comms, but then putting that policy into practice by developing AI marketing and comms use cases and experimenting and piloting the tools and noting the impact. And of course, we need an AI literacy ladder. So bringing your team, both at comms and marketing, but right across the organization, from AI 0 to AI hero. And finally, building your tool stack. These are the AI tools that are going to equip you with AI-powered capability. Ultimately, the message was bridge the AI gap with practice, policy, and wear your AI ethics. Because communications professionals working in government and public sector are the bridge in the digital divide. I shared my AI social media tool stack, and then I looked ahead to the future. And I asked people to think about, how will AI make a positive impact to your role? In closing, I reminded the audience of over 800, AI plus you equals public good. Bring your knowledge, draw on your lived experience, trust your instincts, create with AI in the public interest. So, the Las Vegas US audience, the 800 public sector pros from 43 states across America and from Canada, got to hear exclusive insights from AI Playbook. But for me, it's time to come home and bring those insights to an Irish audience. So you can get your copy of AI Playbook from aimarketingplaybook.ie. You can pre-order the ebook for Kindle on Amazon. And in the autumn, I'll be working on the audiobook. From me, Joanne Sweeney, this episode of AI 6 is brought to you from Las Vegas. I'll talk to you tomorrow.